There are so many ways to make money, and the US stock is one of them. So, today I want to show you one way to properly position yourself to make money in coming months, even in this month of September. Today, we're going to talk about the US stocks. You can buy this September for massive profits. And when I mean massive profits, I mean like massive, massive profits. The US stocks are historically down, in fact, in September. And on average, it's been found out at about 2%. You know, there's always a pullback, a correction. Pullback means when a stock used to be 500 and then it goes down to maybe 490, 480, 470 before it picks up again to make a new high. So every year, I see people panic. They pull their money out, they stop investing, they are waiting on the sideline because they are thinking something terrible is going to happen. But here's the reality. Since 1928, the S&P 500, which tracks the biggest and the best of the top 500 US companies, have fallen in September, many times. But that's not the gist. The truth is that September is actually regarded as the weakest month on record, historically speaking. But there's a part people do not tell you. There's a part no one tells you, which I'm going to talk about today. Even with all the pullbacks, the dips in September, they always get back on track. So if you pull out the money, you're not doing yourself a favor. So it's like you have bought a stock for $100 and then the stock goes down to 90 and you quickly take your money and say, let me hold $90 before I lose more. And then the next thing you're remembering, maybe the next time you're now hearing about stock market is now at 110. So the same stock you had at 100 that you sold at 90, you're now going to buy it at 110. Can you see how you're shortchanging yourself? So that's where knowledge comes into play. Knowledge is very important. Now, in my community, my VIP community, we are doing something this weekend called the monthly scorecard. So every month, and we look at what we have done in the month. Where are we? Are we making progress? And I'm also giving them, in fact, I already gave it to them as at the time I'm making this video. They already have my stock list, hot plays that we are buying for massive profit in the Ember month. Stay there, be looking at us. You that is watching this video. Yes, but I would love to have you join that community. Come on over, come on over. We just started 5.0 and people have started registering. Like if you pay today, you meet other people there. So join in and get access to my blueprint to skyrocket your dream life. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Julia. On this channel, I teach you how to make money leveraging the different assets, from the stock market to mutual fund to treasury bills or any other thing, any other smart way that you can put your money to work. Giving you time, you're buying your future because you can't work every day of your life. But see, your money will work and work and work. You know the drill. So drop a subscribe, click the subscribe button, smash it. It takes nothing and watch this video to the end, especially if you're someone who is interested in the US stocks. You want to make money in dollars. See, dollar is better. See, when they pay you like $10, $20, if they sweet, the sweetness is different. Trust me when I say that. So this is, in fact, these are the last few days. I actually asked people in the 4.0, some of, I asked them to drop an honest review and look at the beautiful, amazing reviews. These are people's comments, like people's feedback. Take your time, just pause this video and read some of them. You should be in 5.0, my friend. Come and join us, join the winning community. So I'm going to talk about the big news we had for Google and Apple this week. We're going to talk about Alibaba and Nvidia. I'm going to talk about Trump tariff, and then we'll look at the stocks and then look at the US stocks we're going to be picking. I'm going to call out some stocks you should keep your eyes on. Keep your eyes on. And meanwhile, if you made money from all the callers I've been calling, APLD, Wolf, and some other ones, come and report yourself in the comment section. Tell me if you actually made money. So disclaimer before I mention these stocks, I want to tell you that the stocks I'm going to mention are actually from my own personal experience. Make sure you do your own diligence because you need to do your own research because I have done my own. So I'm talking from my own research and experience. You should do yours before you buy. Don't just blindly buy because someone called it out. Make sure there's a level of, no matter how little, do your own research. It's very important. But this video is for educational purposes. But if you wish to learn from me, join others. Join others. We are doing big things. It's just 50K, 50,000 naira mentorship for 1 year, and your life will not be the same. Trust me, it's worth everything. So these are the things we're going to learn. And then let's get into this video. Let's get into the video. All right, so let's get into some news that I've been watching. So recently there's been this Trump tariff court asking him to, hold on that the tariffs has been illegal, and he's now asking Supreme Court to, you know, come in and handle this matter. It's going to be an interesting, set of days and weeks coming ahead of us. I just want you to keep that in mind. Now, looking at some other interesting things that has happened, Google has been making waves. It has been making waves. See, they actually popped because they won their Google antitrust legal battle. So a lot of other search engines have been saying that Google have monopoly. If you notice in the phones, they're the ones there and all of that. And recently, they actually got a ruling that they don't have to sell their flagship Chrome browser, which now alleviates the worry. And look at the move. Google moved and made a new all-time high of 239, a bit 230 to 232, 233 in the last few days. I'll still show you in the chart very well, but it has been an interesting move. We've had this talk. Let me go to the year today. You may not appreciate this. Don't worry, I'm going to take it back. And another good thing that is happening with Google is that they are actually going to have um, a combo deal with Apple. Apple plans an AI-powered web search tool for Siri, and they are working with Google. See, it's been so many good things. So these are the kind of things that used to make stocks to go up. Now let's talk about Alibaba. Alibaba has been on the news too. They have been doing so well because they want to invest $53.1 billion in AI. They want to rival Nvidia. So Nvidia, so Alibaba is developing a new AI chip, and there are so many things. So go online and read up all this information. The chip is specifically for interfacing rather than the training, but Alibaba still wants to use semiconductors from Nvidia. So you want to compete and you still want to use some of your competitors. In fact, there are so many interesting things, but let's get into the chart. Let me show you some interesting things you need to know. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is I want you to look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is giving us another opportunity. Look at the run up from 98,000. In fact, we used to be around 70, 70 something, 74 before we made this move to 112. And then after making the move to 112, we kept ranging for a long time, not like it's long, couple of weeks to maybe a few months. And then we made this 123, came back and then hit 124, almost 125, and here we are. And we've been dropping. So personally, I feel like Bitcoin is giving us a lot of opportunities. So many people that have missed out, this is a good opportunity for you to get into Bitcoin. I get it. It is super expensive. Many people cannot. Even if you buy fractional shares, it still may not make sense. But I want to look out for Bitcoin stocks. One of them I'm going to mention is Mara. Now, Mara is one stock you can actually own because look at the drop. They are currently around 15. Imagine getting this stock around $15 and then you ride it up to $21. These are the kind of stocks that I'm giving you that when you buy them, you go and cross your leg and wait for the profit to come to you. Make sure you come back to tell me thank you. I'm giving you very, very important information like this, and I want you to make good use of it. So I want you to keep an eye on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum is also making is actually not as bad as Bitcoin, to be honest. Bitcoin is moving down so much, but I feel like let me go to the monthly time frame. So if you look at the monthly time frame, we're not doing badly. You can see the charts we are still in an uptrend. Okay, don't make mistake about that. But if we are to look at the daily time frame, you can see that we are having some cracks. So I feel that if we break this 107, we are likely going to head down to probably 9900. That's what I'm thinking we're going to have. So keep an eye. The cheap can always get cheaper. I can't tell you when to buy and when to sell, but if you're in my community, I let them know exactly when to buy less, when to buy more, and then when to start taking profits. So I'm just giving you an information that you should keep an eye on, and I've given you one stock you need to have. And of course, because of this Alibaba's news, I feel like this stock is also going to do well. I actually overlooked it when it came down to 105. I was watching it for a breakout to break this 114, but somehow it just left my radar. I didn't remember it again until this news came up and I saw it hit 138. I still see this stock going to $170. So, but I feel like there should be a pullback, a healthy pullback, because this type of move up, most likely we may get a response to the downside to retest this place or probably cover this gap and then take it up again. So that's what I feel is going to happen before this stock will make another move to the upside. And remember, we're in September, stocks may not really move as you are thinking. It may not move as much as you're thinking. Another stock I want you to keep an eye on is Meta. Meta is doing well. This stock is going to $1,000. If you've been following this stock, let me go to the weekly and see if we can actually capture it. This stock used to be below 100. Look at this. $87 as at 2022. In 2025, it is over $700. 700%. That's amazing, super amazing. I want you to look at this stock. Any pullback you see, whether it comes into 700, I don't see this stock going below 700 though, except something major happens. But I see them doing big things in future. So any move that will bring it down to somewhere around maybe 700 or 693 will be a sweet place to grab it. And remember, you can buy in fractions. You don't need to buy everything. You can actually buy small. One thing about this type of stocks, you can use them to do capital preservation and at the same time use them to do asset accumulation. These are the kind of stocks you can actually buy and you can leave them for your children. Like you can buy this kind of stocks for your children. And of course, I'm going to wrap it up with Nvidia. Nvidia. Why am I looking at Nvidia? I'm looking at it because of this, you know, story I told us between it and Alibaba, and you can see it's been pulling back a little. I'm looking at this stock coming to touch around 150, 155. That would be a sweet place to make a touch before going back up. This stock is heading to 200. So anytime you see this move to the downside, it's usually an opportunity, but most people they don't like it. When they go and open their app and they see it in red, they panic. But if you understand how to play the game, you will not even panic. This is the time when a lot of rich people borrow money to put into the stock market. But alas, you don't know. These are the places where people load up because they are getting them at a discount. Some of these prices you're seeing today, I'm telling you, by January, by December, you may not see the prices of some of the stocks, not all of them. Some of them will never come to that price. You'll be just seeing them, especially when it happened in Meta. People kept saying Meta will come back to 100, 200, kept rising and rising, and now we're at 700, heading to 800, heading to 900, probably $1,000. I don't know exactly when it will happen, but these are the opportunities I want you to start looking at. So I've given you a lot of information today that I feel like you should use it to your own advantage. Write these stocks down, and when you're buying them, buy them at a good price. Of course, the main list, the direction, and everything about the stocks, and even the main ones, but the ones I called out here, the ones I'm going to call in my community or the ones they already have, are going to make us much more than this. And I'm telling you because when you come in, you have to learn first. You must learn first before you start. You don't just jump in and start picking stocks. No, you must go through the lessons and submit assignments. It's not you don't come in and come and relax. You must do the work. But I mean well for you. And I would love to see you in the community. If you enjoy this video, please like this video, drop a comment, share the video to people who may like it. And the next topic I'm going to talk about is something important. So many things people miss when they're investing in the stock market. I do hope you would stick around and watch that particular video because it's going to be an eye opener. So I will see you in my next video. For now,